Black Friday and December shopping is upon us, and folks will be lined up to get deals on big-ticket items before the big day come December 25th. But how will shoppers manage to squeeze a 70-inch TV, a new vacuum cleaner, and a faux Christmas tree into a Turo crossover, not to mention all the smaller items filling that shopping cart after an all-nighter of binge buying? Well, those who have full-size SUVs won't have any trouble. These 6 SUVs have the largest interior cargo capacity in the industry. You'd have to buy a moving van to get any larger. These truck-based utes all have body-on-frame designs with powerful engines that can lug a millionaire's Christmas loot up Aspen Mountains to a rented cabin in the snowy woods. They all come with some form of 4WD system, roof racks, and towing packages. If you're looking for outright utility wrapped in a family-friendly, luxurious package, this is the list for you. Keep reading for the full scoop on these mega SUVs and their surprising interior volume. We're starting with the smallest of these gargantuan SUVs and will work upwards. Toyota Sequoia 120.1 cubic feet. The Toyota Sequoia might not be anyone's first thought when it comes to full-size SUVs. That's because the Sequoia has been around, unchanged, since the 2008 model year. 2008 saw the launch of the second-generation Sequoia after the first-generation's respectable run from 2000 through 2007. But since then, Toyota has let the Sequoia quietly get cold on the back burner. The SUV didn't even get a refresh to follow the Tundra's 2014 reworking, the truck on which the Sequoia is based. In conjunction with its age, the Sequoia's biggest downfall is its price. Despite the lack of advancement, Toyota has pushed the price from $56,000 in 2008 to $65,000 today. Still, if you're a Toyota fan, the Sequoia is a solid answer for moving mass amounts of stuff. Cadillac Escalade ESV 120.9 cubic feet. At the complete opposite end of the Toyota Sequoia's age and low-tech ways, the Cadillac Escalade is one of the latest and most technologically advanced SUVs on the market. It debuted for the 2015 model year and still looks fresh. It shares the high-end styling found across Cadillac's lineup and looks especially good in black. Large wheel options and dabs of chrome help dress up this beast. The 2017 Escalade isn't cheap though. Starting at roughly $77,000 and cresting well into the low $100,000 range, the Cadillac is certainly one of the more premium choices on this list. GMC Yukon XL 121.1 cubic feet. The GMC Yukon XL is from the same GM SUV family as the Escalade and Suburban, but splits the difference between the Chevy and Cadillac in terms of luxury, especially when decked out with the Denali trim. Still very posh, the Yukon XL represents a better value than the Caddy, while keeping the same size, drivetrain, and overall feel. It simply has less rap star appeal. Somehow the Yukon XL also gains a smidge more cargo room over the Escalade, as well. It comes in at 121.1 cubic feet of room with the 2 rear rows folded flat. It still offers 39.9 cubic feet behind the 3rd row. Power comes from the same 6.2-liter Ecotec 3 V8. The same 8-speed automatic is also present, along with an available 4WD system. Prices for the Yukon XL start at $51,410. Opt for the Yukon XL Denali and the price jumps to $68,420. Chevy Suburban 121.1 cubic feet. Matching the Yukon XL in terms of cargo space, the Chevrolet Suburban offers a whopping 121.1 cubic feet of storage behind the 1st row. And like the Escalade and Yukon XL, there is 39.3 cubic feet of room with the 3rd row in place. The Suburban might be the lowest rung on GM's full-size SUV luxury scale, but it still comes with all the bells and whistles you'd imagine. It is by no means a penalty box. The Suburban is also the longest-running vehicle line in history, having been in continuous production since 1935. Pricing for the Suburban starts at $49,915 for the 2017 model. Check every option box and the price rises to roughly $75,000. Lincoln Navigator L 128.2 cubic feet. Topping the list for luxury SUVs is the Lincoln Navigator L. Not surprisingly, the L stands for long, as in longer than the standard Navigator. The Navigator is based on the Ford Expedition and Expedition L, so many of the parts and equipment are the same. The Lincoln just has more luxury baked into its every inch. The Lincoln also offers a whopping 128.2 cubic feet of cargo room with its second and third rows folded flat. If you've got to haul people and stuff, the Navigator boasts an impressive 42.6 cubic feet of room behind the third row. That's more than double the size of the old-school Lincoln Town Car's trunk. Prices for the big Lincoln start at $70,330 and can creep towards $80,000. Ford Expedition L 130.8 cubic feet, taking the prize for the largest interior cargo volume of any SUV on the market. The Ford Expedition comes in a 130.8 cubic feet. Ford's next biggest SUV, the Explorer, only has 80.7 cubic feet of cargo room. The funky Ford Flex has a bit more, at 83.2 cubic feet. But both simply pale in comparison to the outrageously big Expedition L. We're guessing the Expedition L somehow has more cargo volume over the Navigator L due to a fewer number of amenities or some small oddity, but the 2.6 cubic feet of extra room might come in handy for Black Friday shoppers. Pricing for the Expedition L starts at $48,936 for the 2017 model year. Check all the option boxes on the range-topping Platinum trim, and you're looking at roughly $70,000. Conclusion: traditional, body-on-frame SUVs used to be the norm, but are now becoming an endangered species. The crossover craze is taking a toll on sales and the popularity of these full-sized beasts, but their functionality is no less present. These vehicles are simply moving upmarket and cater to a wealthier crowd than before. Just look at those prices. Still, these vehicles have their place, and that's moving a gaggle of people and cargo in a loud comfort while being able to traverse rough terrain while towing a trailer. The standard crossover won't do that.